Alright, starting off the Stormblood quest line for Goldsmith is a quest called a Royal Request, given to us by Serendipity, the Guildmaster in Ul'dah. Level 60. Here we go. We will do the level 63 quest right after this same video, so stick around if you'd like to. Oh, mercy! It's a catastrophe! Her Grace the Sultana, she suddenly decided to visit the guild. I look shocked. I can't imagine what I might have done to incur her wrath. But wait, if I did incur her wrath, I'd be the one summoned before her. That's the way it works, right? Oh, tell me I'm right. Cutscene. Nanamo Ul Namo, I think. As we're talking, a Lalafell in a pink head kind of turban and pink tunic, a female, a Lalafell man, white hair, glasses, and I think it was a human man. Yes, miss? As much as I'd like to assist you, a rather important guest is due to arrive any moment now, says Serendipity. Should you be referring to the Sultana, then I am she. Pray forgive me my appearance, but as my visit is private in nature, I wish to avoid the public eye. Your Grace, you're here already? No, wait. I mean, Your Honor, you honor us with your presence. Pray be at ease, Guildmaster, and may I say the surprise is mutual, for is this not my dear Mercy who stands before me? I came with the intent of having Mistress Serendipity relay a request to you, but full glad am I that I may make said request personally. You see, it is my desire to help ordinary Ala Mhigans rebuild their lives. To this end, I intend to establish a school for artisans. Such a school requires a capable mistress, and to this vital role I would appoint none other but you, Mercy. I look to the Guildmaster, Papa Shan, who I love, he's awesome. Some days ago, Her Grace made a visit to the city's refugee quarters. There she bore witness to the full extent of their daily struggles, and the sight filled her with sorrow. He's the Lalafell man with glasses. More so than sorrow, it filled me with shame, the shame that such despair should exist under my rule. It served as a stern rebuke of my failings as a leader, and a reminder that mine inaction may beget great suffering, as it did when I allowed Teleji Adeleji to run rampant, thus subjecting you and yours to unimaginable pain. As I have long believed, by helping the refugees, so too do we help Ul'dah. With Ala Mhigans' liberation now reality, her citizens will desire to return home. Alas, the years have left her industry barren, and there are precious few opportunities for repatriated citizens to make a living. If the nation is to survive and eventually thrive, we must needs till the soil of her economy. In pondering this endeavor, I sought the counsel of wise individuals from far and wide. It was their prevailing recommendation that the seeds of trade be sown through the training of craftsmen who would go on to create a product that would be synonymous with Ala Mhigo. In this way did we arrive at the idea of an artisan school. Rhalgr's Reach, home to the Ala Mhigan resistance, was nominated as their location. This left the question of who to send as schoolmaster. In searching for the answer, I turned to Master Marcel for his opinion on an exceptional goldsmith fit to represent Ul'dah. That is the guy, that's the male that's with her. He looked familiar, I just couldn't remember. And of all the names he could speak, he speaks the very same that I had in mind. Yours, my dear Mercy. Serenity nods. Apologies for the suddenness of the request, my friend. I had been privy to the initiative for some time, but it was to be kept in the strictest confidence. Lest you doubt the plan's feasibility, rest assured it has met with even the syndicate's approval, for Ala Mhigo is rich not only in the smithing tradition, but in mineral deposits besides, a favorable environment for our goal of economic revival. The Sultana nods. I'm providing such funds as I may to the initiative, yet an investment of coin alone feels somehow impersonal. To that end, I would make a further contribution to the future of the Ala Mhigan people. She turns to Marcel, waves a hand, they nod. Him and Papazan, they bring a crown. It's kind of got like a filigreed golden shield on the front forehead area, like tall gold shield with a little spike at the top. Blue gem in the middle of that golden shield. The helmet's, the crown itself is just like one of those kind of dome-shaped, it's kind of like ocean blue, with a white rim, and also like a gold band around the rim, like up right above the white rim. And at the top, there's kind of like a sun-ish thing made from like a dark gray metal material with an orange jewel in the middle of that, and then there's like a diamond on top, it looks like, but could be glass or whatever. My mother's crown, which she wore when she was wed, the jewels shall be of use in your work. The kindly soul that she was, my mother will be glad that it might serve a noble cause. Such a sacrifice bespeaks the strength of her grace's commitment. Oh, Mercy, you'll do it, won't you? For the people of Ala Mhigo and her grace, and for me as well, for good measure? Says Serendipity. I think on it. My options are: you can count on me, or ... I'm gonna go with ... now. You can count on me. I smile, nod. I had every faith that you would accept, but I am also no less grateful for it. But I am no less grateful for it. Papa Shan comes up, but she keeps talking. Thank you, Mercy. I shall not soon forget this favor. Now then, I have entrusted the general arrangements for the school to Master Marcel. Pray have the particulars from him and Mistress Serendipity. Nods from the two of them. Papa Shan and Her Grace leave the cutscene. Ah, beg your pardons, says Marcel, getting a call. Yes, this is he. What? So soon? Well, there certainly is no time like the present. He walks a little forward. At Her Grace's behest, I had put out word among Ala Mhigan refugees that we are recruiting apprentices. The effect was immediate, and a number of promising young candidates have answered the call. As a matter of fact, they are already gathered outside the city walls, near Spineless Basin. If you would care to accompany me, Valkyr, this is a chance to meet your students-to-be. It's one of the longer level 60 quests, but I expect like one more cutscene after this meeting a student. Oh gosh. What's that? That's weird. My phone's like voice activation. Activated. I have no idea what I said. Bloop. Oh man, that one made me tired. Too much talking. I want to go to the Adventurers Guild Aetheryte. And then out the gate here. I guess it could have, well, I don't know which portion of the gate it would have teleported me to, so this is fine. It's not a lot slower. It's pretty good. Here's Marcel, a Makot female with kind of like blue-green hair named Jekabika. J''Khe Bravo I Charlie A. Jekabika. One of those two of those square-jawed humans. One in a red, open-V'd tunic, white pants, and one in a blue, open-V'd tunic with black pants. Both have a feather in their hair, red for red and blue for blue. The one in blue seems more pensive, and the one in blue is Hal, and then red is Guido. And red seems more like maybe nonchalant or ready to go. I'm not sure. I don't know. Jekabika has glasses. Yeah. Thigh high, like green socks. It looks like yellow short shorts, white undershirt with a tan vest. And here's Marcel. I'll talk to him to continue. My thanks for coming, Valkyr. Now then, these are the 3 individuals who answered our call for apprentices. Though they are virgins to goldsmithing, they come to us with experience in other fields. In your capacity as schoolmaster, may I suggest you say a word to each of them? Once you are done here, pray return to the guild. There have been developments in the school's establishment, and Jameen will furnish you with the details. Jekabika first. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. I'm Jekabika, and I've loved trinkets and accessories since I was little, and so I started working at a small jewelry shop. At first I was just the shopkeep, but simply selling stuff got boring fast, so I nagged our artisans to teach me a thing or two, and I learned enough to help out with repairs. But then I decided I wanted to become an artisan myself, and here I am. But enough about me and more about you. I heard that you're the one who crafted the music boxes that together played an original arrangement of a famous tune by none other than the songstress of Ul'dah? I nod to her. Ha! I knew it! You've been the talk of the shop, and everyone there is going to be so jealous when they hear I'll be learning from you, but most importantly, I've always admired your work, and it's an absolute honor for me, and I promise to do my best. I mean, always admired my work. That's the only thing you probably ever would have seen. Whatever. Here's Guido of the Red. Hello, Chief. Guido's the name, and I'm here with my brother, Hal. I used to smith for the Resistance, fixing weapons and such. In our country, there's always been some fighting going on somewhere, and I grew up thinking a craftsman works only on tools of war. But afore she died, Ma would always tell us the fighting would end one day, and when that day comes, Ala Mhigans gonna need craftsmen what'll bring her coin and make her prosper. Recently, I started giving more thought to Ma's words and asked myself how I might help my country get back on its feet. And then this opportunity came along to learn goldsmithing, and I took it as a sign and took it up. And Hal the Blue. Well, wait, you're the teacher? But Guido said it was going to be a gorgeous hire. Gah, fooled again, damn it. He always does it to me, and I keep falling for it. I suppose I ought to introduce myself. I'm Hal, and I'm a miner. Was, at any rate, till my bastard of a brother duped me into becoming a goldsmith. Well, that ain't exactly true, because I've always been interested in the craft. You name a rock or ore, I've dug it up, and it's downright fascinating learning how it all gets used. I don't mind. You know, we all come into our things in weird ways. I joined a welding program because I heard a podcast between Theo Vaughn and Mike Rowe, and I was looking for, what might be my profession. So I went to the welding school and did great. Top of the class, valedictorian, but no joke. And then there's no jobs. I mean, there are jobs, but they all want you to have 2 to 3 years of experience. And you're like, you're going to be a welder, right? You're going to get paid really well, right? No. If you don't have the 2 to 3 years of experience, you are bottom of the barrel, no matter if you have a diploma, and you'll be paid $15 an hour. Just, it's so disheartening. But luckily, I learned about the trades more because of that whole thing. And now I am becoming an electrician. I passed the tests with high marks, and I'm waiting for an interview, and we'll see how that goes. But here's Jameen, the guild receptionist, to continue. I've been waiting for you, Mercy. As you will have heard from Master Marcel, there have been developments in regards to the Artisan School. Guildmaster Serendipity has selected the goldsmith who will serve as your deputy. May I introduce Miss Emeloth? Or Emeloth. Mary E-L-O Tom H. Emeloth. She's female, higher, kind of wearing similar clothing to what I got. She's got like the black kind of bra top that just cuts straight across the top of the breasts. Open above that, puffy white arm sleeve things, puffy white pants that like stop just below the knees. They're like tied just below the knees with a black ribbon or scarf or whatever. And then bare legs below that and kind of just slippers. At your service. At your service. Though we meet for the first time, your many accomplishments are well known to me. It will be an honor and a pleasure both to assist you in instilling the fundamentals of goldsmithing into our budding... It will be an honor and a pleasure both to assist... It will be an honor and a pleasure both to assist you in instilling the fundamentals of goldsmithing into our budding young apprentices. When the school is finally open in Ralger's Reach, Miss Emeloth will be the resident instructor, overseeing the students' everyday learning, says Jemime. The chance to work with an acclaimed goldsmith such as you seldom visits, and so when the offer came, I fairly jumped at it. I shall endeavor to be a worthy deputy to you, says Emeloth. She bows, leaves the scene. Now then, it will be a little while until the classes begin, so feel free to go about your business for now. Rest assured, I shall be in touch when the time comes. I wonder if this guy's dancing here because he knows that I make videos. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, 1,337,500 experience points, 1,000 gil, 250 wind crystals, and 3 more commercial engineering manuals. This quest took 15 minutes, but I'm gonna continue anyway. This will be one of the longer ones. The next, we hit level 69. Nice. We learned Reflect. Increases quality with a 300% efficiency. Only, oh, okay. Sorry, I mean, okay. This is the counterpart to muscle memory. So you have the option on the very first step of a craft. Do you want to do 300% progress and have a buff active for 5 steps with a bonus for your next, like 100% bonus to your next synthesis thingy? Or do you want to do 300% efficiency quality, get an extra stack of inner quiet, but like no extra bonus on top of that? But the inner quiet stack is nice to have. I wonder, like, if he's dancing with me or just dancing. What are you doing here? No? Nothing? Anything? Okay. Cool. So, next quest is Gemworks in progress. When it comes to, like, whether or not you use muscle memory or reflect, it's different on every craft. Like, I couldn't tell you. I think, for the most part, either one works. You just kind of have to look at which is going to give you the best benefit. If you're not going to be able to use the buff that lasts for 5 steps after using muscle memory, then you probably don't need all that much progress to begin with. So like a reflect might be better. But here we are. Alright, Gemworks in progress, level 63, given to us by Jamim. Here we go. Glad tidings, Mercy. The Ala Mhigan resistance has sent word that all is in readiness at Ralger's Reach for the Artisan School. The time has come for you and Miss Emeloth to strike out for Girabanya, there to cultivate a new generation of goldsmiths. Though I am not directly involved, the mere thought of the venture sets my heart aflutter. Now then, your deputy awaits you at Spineless Basin, where I believe you first met your students. Pray see to your preparations and join her there at your earliest convenience. Alright. I wonder if Gate of Nald is an option here. Hell yeah. Cool, yeah, so that would have been faster. The more you know. And here's Emeloth to continue. Good evenings to you, Mercy. You just missed our apprentices. They struck out for Ralger's Reach but moments ago. A shame you couldn't see their stunned faces when I told them that the school was established under the patronage of the Sultana herself. Nay, they had no idea who their benefactor was. Doubtless they assumed the coin was publicly sourced, but the 7th hell would freeze over before Uldar becomes so charitable. The truth is, her grace is personally bearing all expenses. However, she desires no credit for it, and wishes instead to keep the initiative quiet, and so, when the call went out for apprentices, nary a mention was made of her involvement. I can only imagine how the 3 will react when they learn that her grace's contribution includes her lady mother's crown. Speaking of the crown, I have it in my safekeeping. Let us see it safely to Ralger's Reach, where our eager apprentices await. Shall we then? She bows to me, or in sort of my direction. Oddly, like to my right. And we can go to Ralger's Reach via teleport. Otherwise, the most efficient way, if you've never been there before, would be to go to Gridania, and then from Gridania you can come over here through the Black Shroud, through the East Shroud. This is the Castrum Oriens. I think you can just fringes, you know, and then just travel to the east to Ralger's Reach here. Costs $4.43 with reduced rates, but I'm going to use a ticket, so. As you will see soon, all of these quests for crafting, level 60 through 70, they give you the materials. So there will be no farming. We have, I don't remember what these ladies are called. I always call them the Serpent Ladies. But they're basically like a snake woman. Very similar to Medusa, if not basically an exact knockoff of kind of what Medusa is. Although Medusa is depicted as like bipedal in some things, I'm pretty sure she is a snake woman for the most part. A gorgon, I believe they're called. Emilith, Guido, Hal, and Jekabika. I'm gonna go with Jekabika. Emilith to continue. There you are, Mercy. Upon arriving, I was surprised to learn that yours is already an established name in these parts. It makes it all the more compelling that Her Grace would name you for the role. But without further ado, may I introduce you to Kanchana, she's the snake lady, our liaison with the Resistance. Greetings and welcome to Brauger's Reach. They're called the Ananta. I'm not going to remember that. We Ananta love accessories, love to make and to wear them. The goldsmithing of your kind is most intriguing. I look forward to observing your techniques. I'm not going to do that anymore, but they have like a bunch of S's added in places. But tell me, this crown you have brought, such a precious thing, yet you mean to take it apart for its stones? Yeah, it belonged to the Sultana's mother and is worth a fortune, and to be honest, the idea of working on it frightens me, says Jekabika. My options are, let us strive to be worthy of it, or the idea frightens me as well. Let us strive to be worthy of it. The crown is a symbol of the Sultana's faith in us. As the schoolmaster says, we must strive to be worthy of that faith. It is a tradition among nobles to bequeath gemstones unto those nearest and dearest to them, and to Her Grace the people of Eorzea are as her children. So let us receive the stones with thanks and ensure that they serve a good cause, that which will lead to a better future for Ala Mhigans, as is Her Grace's will. So that is the way of it. Very well, I shall show you to the space we've set aside for use by the artisan school. But I must ask, is that to be your actual name? It strikes me as somewhat generic. Hard to argue with that. If we're going to be selling our wares eventually, I reckon we need a catchier name to slap on him, says Guido. Right, something less a school and more a workshop, like the Crown Gemworks, in honor of the Sultana, says Hal. I believe this is a fine idea, and that is a fine name. What say you, schoolmaster? I nod. It's official then. From this moment forth, the Crown Gemworks is in operation. Kanchana will pray lead the way. Schoolmaster, to begin with, may I suggest you have a word with each of the apprentices? It would serve to build rapport, and you would stand to learn about them. I nod. Is that going to be a theme for these quests? I gotta talk to all three of them one at a time every time. I don't like people. Just fine, whatever. You can mount here, but you can't fly, which is better than the cities, so, any progress is better than nothing. Here is Jekabika. Schoolmaster, so it's true what Mistress Emiloth says, and you know all our warriors here and fought with them besides? Wow, to think that your skilled hands can create magnificent works of art as well as wreak bloody havoc. You are a truly versatile schoolmaster, and I'm honored to be your pupil. But most of all, I'm honored that Her Grace would entrust us with her crown, but a little nervous as well because I can be clumsy sometimes, so I'll have to take extra care that my hands don't slip. She's a suck-up and a clumsy nerd. Guido of the Red. Hello there, Chief. Just working on the basics at the moment. Having been a smithy, the metal side of things comes pretty natural to me, but cutting and polishing stones, well, that's a whole new world. I can't for the life of me tell what's good and what's bad. Haven't seen enough finished products, I suppose. And then Howl of the Blue. Me? I never done no crafting before, and it's all I can do to remember the basics. Ah, but Miss Emiloth says I've got a sense for working stone. That's my mining experience talking, I reckon. A glance and I can tell a stone's character, its hardness and all that. Can't say the same when it comes to metal, though. I've dug up ore, to be sure, but the stuff what comes to us ain't ore no more. A stone don't change like that. I think Hal's probably gonna be the best student. That's just probably how it's written, but we'll see. Emiloth, to continue. You've spoken with our apprentices. How do they fare? I let her know my thoughts, I guess. I see. Mine own impressions are much the same as yours. Jekabika shows promise. Her time at a jewelry shop has instilled her with artistic sense, and she has zeal in abundance. The challenge will be the two brothers. Guido works metal like a veteran, but stone like a layman. Hal, meanwhile, is the opposite. Brilliant with stone, but lackluster with metal. A goldsmith proficient in only one area is no goldsmith at all, and I have a mind to have them overcome their weaknesses ere I let them move on to the next step. But what say you, schoolmaster? My options are let's cultivate their strengths first, or let's task them with a finished product. Let's task them with a finished product. just to kind of see the overall. Oh, you would have them try their hand at crafting a finished product? Perhaps there is wisdom in this. When working on a part, it is important to know how it fits into the whole. With this in mind, I have a proposal. We prepare a sample product, which our apprentices will work together to reproduce to the best of their abilities. The point is to create something from beginning to end, and to that extent we will have each person take charge of the area in which he or she excels. This exercise will give them not only a sense of satisfaction, but also a better understanding of each aspect of our craft in context. My thanks, schoolmaster. Such an idea would not have occurred to me without your input. I don't know what the right answer was supposed to be, but whatever. Now, on the question of a sample, I believe that it is best made by your hands. The quality would surpass aught I could hope to produce, and the knowledge that it came from you would serve to inspire our apprentices. As for the subject, yes, a silver ring should pose a suitable challenge, something adorned with a beautiful lapis lazuli from her grace's crown. She hands me materials. Here are some materials to get you started. Should you require more, you need but ask Conchana. So, open your goldsmithing menu. Click here on this bar once. You can't click here to open this one. It just goes in order. So make sure you have special recipes, class quests, sample, silver ring. You already have the ring materials. I've already crafted level 66. The craft was a level 66 craft, so I know I can do this pretty easily. We'll show you. You can, now that I have Reflect, the choice is, do I want to start with 537 quality, or do I want to start with 339 progress, knowing that I'm not going to be able to use the next one. I know for that for a fact. And what's going to happen here, I need 511 total progress. It really doesn't matter. I could show you that it won't matter, but I mean, that would require failing, and I could do that, I suppose. But if you don't do muscle memory for the progress, later on you're just gonna do a veneration with for 511. You might get, no, I don't think it's gonna be enough bonus to get 169 up to 256, right? No, probably not. So maybe progress would be the way to go, because it would leave me with one putt for the finale. Let's do that. Let's stick with what we've done. And then you can always do your progress for that. You're going to ignore this buff. You're not going to use it, but innovation, rotation. We got our third step. We got advanced touch at level 68. So that's cool. I need 513. I have that with Bayergots. So we finished that. And then, see, the buff just went away. But I need 61 plus 100 plus 11. So 172. Ooh. I did not expect that to be just short. Okay. You can do a veneration if you want to. Actually, I'm going to do a veneration. Did I do my math right? Yeah, I did. It's actually the first time I haven't had enough with just a careful sim. We talked to Emeloth. I keep on calling her Emeloth. I could probably get away with Emeloth. Not Emelith, but Emelith. I don't know, whatever. It sounds like I have a lisp now. Our apprentices keenly await their task, Mercy. May I ask if the ring is ready? Head over the HQ sample silver ring. And it did need to be HQ'd. Cutscene. We have Conchana looking over it as well as Emeloth. Bayergot's beard, such an immaculately balanced ring, and the exquisite texture, each hammer stroke lovingly measured. Quit sighing at me, dog. I don't think that's why she's sighing. Should I cut off the snake? Oh, I shouldn't cut off the snake lady's head. That seems rude. Okay, I won't worry about getting a perfect rectangle for this. We'll just do this. or even close to a rectangle at all. It's a rectangle technically still, but it's not of the x times y, x by y parameters that it should be for a thumbnail. Whatever. I had expected to be impressed, but I find myself in utter awe. This ring is the very embodiment of perfection, a worthy vessel for the Sultana's faith and goodwill. 'Tis the simplest articles that separate masters from middling craftsmen. I wonder if our aspiring young goldsmiths will be able to appreciate the difference. Everyone, pray gather around. For your next task, we will have you make a simple ring. Schoolmaster Valkyr has personally crafted a sample for your reference. The 3 apprentices come up. Cutscene goes black. The Mikote has it. Jekabika. Oh, there's no way I could possibly make something this fine. Not within my lifetime, and definitely not today. Kanchana says, such refreshing candor and a sentiment I can well appreciate. Though I am no expert, 'tis plain that this is the work of a true master. And so it is, but be not daunted, my apprentices, for we neither ask nor expect a master's quality of you yet. Nay, your goal is to simply produce a finished product, and you needn't give thought beyond that. The brothers look to each other. The Mikote nods. There I was thinking I was handy with metal, but this is taking it to another level, says Guido. I hear you. I thought the gem was already perfect when it was on the crown, but now it's more perfect. What tiny wraps there was on the surface are all... or warps. What tiny warps there was on the surface are all gone. Not that I noticed them before. Might be as we're better at some things than we are at others, but it's all the same next to what the schoolmaster can do. Right. The goal is so far away, it doesn't seem to matter where we start from and what our strengths and weaknesses are. The brothers nod to her. Rest assured, your strengths are nothing to look down upon. What? Okay. And we shall draw upon them first of all. Okay, so I was wrong. Fuck you. Don't give me the option. If you're gonna tell me I'm wrong later, don't give me the option. As such, the work will be delegated as follows. Guido will be responsible for fashioning the band, Hal will cut and polish the stone, and last but not least, Jekabika will take charge of the initial design and finishing touches. Doubt not that the time will come when you strive for mastery in all aspects of goldsmithing. But to begin with, we want you to focus on cultivating your individual strengths and bid you join them together now to create your very first finished product. The 3 of them look happy with their assignments. Yes, miss, they all say together. We appreciate you taking the time to craft such an amazing sample, especially for us, and we promise to do our very best. Jekabika the nerd is the spokeswoman. The schoolmaster and I have every confidence that you will. Remember, this workshop is yours and everything here is at your disposal, but should you have any further needs or questions, do not hesitate to come to us. The 3 apprentices nod. They kind of cheer each other up, and they get to it, leaving the cutscene. The change in their bearings was fairly palpable, was it not? To behold your ring was to gaze up at the true heights of our craft, and it instilled them with newfound determination. I look forward to seeing how they rise to the challenge. I nod. We get 1,557,875 experience points, 1,650 gil, pretty good, 250 wind crystals, a stipper stone grinding wheel, which I've already created actually probably higher level and HQ version of. Quality assurance will give us more procs, as they call them. The condition will become good or excellent more often. I crafted level 61 HQ gear that is as good or better than all of this level 63 NQ gear, so I've been taking the gil. And wow, that was a long one. Longest so far. Emeloth and I thank you. Actually, Emeloth, Kanchana, and I thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye bye for now. Laters.